Dukewheatly here, and we're going to continue building our site. We're going to add some graphics in. Let's open up my site folder, and we'll go Control O, and let's activate Kompozer here, and then go Control O, and let's go into Mastering Gravity, and let's double click that. We have that open now, and we can of course add different pages. If we want to have several open at the same time, we could hit Control T. That opens up a new tab, and then Control O allows us to pick faster than light. We'll just double click that. So now we can go between them if we want. We can go to Master Gravity or Faster Than Light. And if we click over here, we will close the one furthest to the right. So we'll close that one. And let's put a graphic in. Let's hit enter a couple times, and let's now go up to Insert and Image, and this will take us into our image folder. And let's these are a couple of free images that I downloaded from the morgue file, and let's go ahead and double click this. And when we do that, here's the actual size of the image. We're going to put alternate text in here. Aliens trying to get their copy of Alien Alleyway, because what you want are keywords in here, and that would be keywords pertaining to this. So you always want to use alternate text for your images. It shows the search engines that these keywords are important. Now this would be dimensions, and this is the, if we wanted to change the dimensions of this, we could hit custom size, and then if we change the width, it would proportionally change the height. Appearance, we'll come back to that, and that allows us to we've got spacing, which will give us padding. We can put a solid border if we want, and over here if we wanted to align text to the image, we can do it at the top and the center, or in this case it's going to be to the right. We're going to wrap text to the right, but we'll come back to that, and let's just hit OK, and that'll put our graphics in here. Now we can also resize this graphics by going ahead and selecting it, and then it's got these little squares here. If we do it from a corner, if we did it from the side, we could go ahead and make it narrower, or if we went from the top, we could make it shorter. But if you want to do it proportionally, then you would do it on a diagonal, and then we can make it smaller or larger if we wanted to. And now let's right click the image and Image Properties, and this brings up the same window that we brought it in with, and it shows, let's see, we've got custom, and it's 262 over 196. When we changed it, this is showing what we did when we resized it using the corner. Appearance. Now if this were like a buy now button or something, we would go ahead and go into links and put our link to either our sales page or the affiliate page, and that doesn't apply right now. And let's go to appearance, and left and right A good rule of thumb is 5 to 10 pixels for a buffer. Let's put 10 in. And top and bottom, let's put 10. And we don't necessarily want a solid border. And let's align text wrap to the right. Now we also could have placed this video, or excuse me, this image in the center or on the right side, and then we would have wrapped text to the left. We can do that now. Let's see, before we do that, let's cancel this. And we've got this image selected, let's put it in the center or on the right. So, or we could have just put our cursor either to the left, center, or right, and that would have brought our image in over there. So let's bring it back to the left, and now we'll right click it, image properties, go into appearance and hit 10 again, 10, and let's wrap text to the right and hit OK, and here we go. Now we can also bring this up by inserting the cursor, and this will bring it a little closer. Yeah, that looks a little better if we do that. And then Control Z will bring this back, and that's as close as we can get these. And it looks like we got 10 here and probably a little more up at the top. Now another thing I wanted to show you was how to use layers. And let's go ahead and put our cursor to the left of the heading and drop it down just a tad. And let's go ahead and put an image in on the top here, because what I want to do is bring one of our saucers in, and we're going to put it halfway on the header and halfway on the page. So let's go to Insert Image, and this is our little saucer. Double click it, and we'll just put saucer in right now for the text and hit OK. And now let's select it and go up to this little tab up here, and this is a layer icon, and let's make it a layer. And when we do that, you'll see a little move tab go up to the left, and then when you put your cursor in there, it changes to the little 4-point arrow, and that allows us to move this. And now we're going to move this up to halfway on our header and halfway on our page. It's kind of cute. And then this allows us to move it forward and backwards, the layer, if we so desire. If we have it selected, then we can move it forward and backwards. We want it pretty much where it is now. Now, one thing when you do this, Kompozer doesn't necessarily think, or the browser doesn't necessarily think it should be where you put it. So let's go ahead and move it right next to the world here so that we can have a reference point. And now let's Control S, save it, and go up and browse. And it's moved it a little to the left, but that's still acceptable. So if it was more, then you would have to move this to compensate for that. So that covers our adding graphics video, and we'll see you in the next one on linking. Thanks for joining.